Paris Supercross right around the corner, but what should we expect? Hey everybody, Walty, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's bar banging topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when moto videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these crazy moto times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, we got to talk about today the Paris Supercross. The King of Bercy is here, and this is the one off-season event that's been around for many years. We see a lot of these pop-up races now. You've got Straight Rhythm, Monster Energy Cup, World Supercross, the new hybrid Supercross. You've got all this stuff, like people grasping at straws. This is the King of Bercy. This race has claimed a lot of riders, all right? It's given some people a little extra hype coming into A1, and it's kind of put the nail in the coffin of some riders. So this is why I believe this Paris Supercross is very important. I'm going to blow the lid off a lot of stuff because that's what I'm here for. To see who shows up, the first one, see who at the politics, the organization, AMA Supercross, and the people connected to it, who they block from getting there. And I've already heard reports that they're saying that Lawrence brothers can't go because of visa issue. Well, they're here in America racing. I mean, why can't we get them over to Paris and race there? Politics. As we read between the lines and look between the cracks, comes down to the percentage of likelihood. Do you believe that they couldn't go there and race? We just saw Honda block Roxon lose his ride from going to race World Supercross. Do you think they're saying, yeah, Jet and Lawrence and your brother Hunter, go race out of the country? We don't care. No, they've sank millions of dollars into these riders. We own you. We own you. You do not set foot outside of this test track until the Anaheim 1. You can go home and the track and the gym, and it's probably all in their contracts that they have massive stipulations. Getting paid big bucks. They've been paid enough money right now that they'll never have to work again. Honda did it again, yet rolled the dice and threw it in. But I believe they're in bed with the organization. There's some serious stuff going on behind the scenes. But this is my point today. My friends, Paris Supercross is going to be very revealing. I want you guys to look at a couple things. Who goes, who doesn't? That's number one. Number two, who goes and has a horrible race? Listen, when you're coming into the season, it's going to get super hyped up, right? We'll blow the lid off a lot of the hype, but Anaheim 1, as we roll in, this Paris Supercross, the King of Bercy, is a big event. Now, personally, my eyes, for me, and let me know where yours are going to be, I want to see what my boy Roxon does. He's riding his World Supercross bike in Paris. Now, I know we've been all over the internet. He's been riding the Yamaha. It looks like he might go to Yamaha. He could go to Yamaha. I personally think, and obviously he does too, or he wouldn't be riding the thing, that World Supercross Honda he rode looked pretty good. And because he's somehow connected to Red Bull in a very serious way, that bike makes sense because he can take Red Bull along for the ride. And that bike looks good. In fact, I'm sure Honda's talking to Kenny. Listen, Kenny, we still love you. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes. Just know that. Honda is still talking to Kenny. Kenny has a camp. Honda has a camp. But Honda, I don't trust them. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Because the CEOs are basically Wall Street investors looking at data points and algorithms. It's insane. Kenny, on the other hand, he's just a dude who almost lost his arm, gave it all to the sport, and doesn't know if he trusts Honda anymore. But if you want to throw factory parts and put a good bike under me for Paris Supercross, great. Do it. And he's talking to Honda, he's talking to Yamaha, he's talking to everybody. He's talking to Monster Energy to see if they want to steal him away and make him a monster rider. Listen, everybody's got their number. Expect the unexpected this season. It's going to play out in a big, massive way. But the realities are this, friends. This as we go into Paris Supercross, the King of Bercy, this off-season event, it's a long-running event, right? But we're seeing the politics block riders from going over and ride. We've never seen this before, where the industry has blocked certain riders from racing events. Honda just did it to Kenny at World Supercross. Now they're doing it again. Apparently, it appears to me, if I read between the lines and look between the cracks, that they're doing it to the Lawrence brothers. They don't want them over there. I want to see who shows up, who doesn't. They don't want to see who does well. My eyes are on Kenny. I really am cheering for him because I think the industry kind of did him dirty a little bit. I could be wrong. It might be, there's usually two sides of the story. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. I don't know if he's been a complete saint in this situation, but I think the industry did him a little bit dirty. And I think there's just some stuff going on there that could surface, and we could get some facts around this as the season moves forward. It's going to be an insane season, dudes. I mean, buckle up and strap in. I'm going to blow a lid off of a lot of this stuff. It's what I'm designed to do. But the realities are, I want to see who does well at Bercy, and I want to see who shows up at Bercy, and then I want to see who doesn't do well. Because, listen, there's a lot of guys coming hyped up. You'd think Ferrandis, the Frenchie, would do well at Bercy. It's going to be a big race for him. The crowd's going to be cheering pretty heavy for the guy. For me, he's almost the villain here in the U.S. At least I'm not cheering for him. I'm not cheering against him. I'm just not cheering for Ferrandis. For some reason, he hasn't resonated with me. He's a hard guy to figure out. And I respect the fact that he's quiet and he's not all over social media like a butterfly. Like, I appreciate that. But listen, I'm in America. I'm cheering for dudes that I want to get behind. And even though Roxon is German, for some reason, I just feel like he's very Americanized. Like, you can barely detect his German accent anymore. I can barely understand Ferrandis whenever he's on the podium. And not that means that he's, I shouldn't cheer for him. Like I said, I'm not cheering against him. I'm just not cheering for him. I want to see how he does. I really want to see how Ferrandis does. If he comes up and lights it up and smokes everybody, it's going to be big because it would provide a lot of drama going into A1. How Ferrandis is back. You see, this is the thing. Once these guys win races, to back it up is the hard thing. We got a lot of people that... I believe Tomac's the only guy really right now that if I was a betting man, I'd throw money on. Everybody else is a big, fat question mark. And final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as an industry guy. Somebody wants to see you not only win on the track, win off the track, understanding the politics of the sport, covering the hard to talk about topics. There's a lot. I mean, we're just scratching the surface in these short videos. A lot to cover. Paris Supercross is going to be very, very revealing. Is Eli going to come back and just dominate again? Will Kenny make a splash to show he's for real? Will Ferrandis come out of nowhere and be the villain again that we have to go chase down and beat? I'll be here to cover all of it because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media link and email in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. I will see you on the next video.